Let's switch gears to another new single, Amon Amarth. And we
Actually,
had a little
yeah,
bit of a debate
I
on this
mentioned
one.
that before. I didn't mind that one, honestly.
Yeah, and I told you I have a hard disagree on that one. That's another one where the production just feels super flat. Like when I come to Amon, and I posted my opinion on it with that. Actually, what happened was I tried to record a reaction video to me actually watching it in real time, but the audio got all screwed up, and I was kind of bummed. So that's when I just posted that change my mind meme, and I was just like,
Oh,
screw
were
it.
you gonna do like one of those like reactions YouTubers do, like show your face and stuff, like,
I wasn't gonna
or
show my
just like
face, but yeah, I
audio
was just gonna I
reaction?
was gonna play the video and like pause here and there, and that's what I did. But the parts where I tried to talk over it, the video was way too loud. I'm still a noob at that shit, but yeah, so I just gave up and I posted that meme as basically as my review, and it was kind of funny because a lot of the comments were like, well. That's Amon Amarth for you. Like
Yeah,
a lot of Amon
yeah,
Amarth
that's
hate.
my point. It sounds just like all their other stuff. That's why you can't really be disappointed or
But
surprised.
I disagree though. Like I like Amon Amarth because to me Amon Amarth is fun. And part of what's fun about them is they're like super grandiose and kind of tongue in cheek, and their music sounds very big usually. And
Yeah, they're just like one of those like groovy cliche mellow death, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, they're not like amazing, but I own a whole bunch of their albums. I have a good time listening to them. I want to catch them live. But the production of this new song just again kind of sounds really flat, and so there's none of that like epic vibe to it. The riffs are not memorable. The music video is bizarre too. I was like, what the hell is going on in this video?
Yeah, it was like I don't know, some kind of like a bar fight. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're like in a bar, and then like the women in the bar are like turning into like creatures or like witches, or
Yeah.
and then it's cross-cutting to like some historic battle that's like happening in the arcade or something. Like I couldn't even follow it. And the other thing that bothered me, I was like, if you're gonna do a partially like kind of live performance style music video for Amon Amarth, you've got to be like on stage reacting to an audience and have like the big audience there. I'm thinking of if you ever saw the music video for Demiurge by Meshuggah, like that's a good example of like a good live video because like you
Yeah,
see.
honestly, like I was
Yeah,
always keen on seeing them live because I never did. So I'd be curious to see what they're like live.
yeah, and that's what bothered me though, because in this video they're like performing live but there's no audience. If you watch it again, there's no audience. There's no like reaction shots. It's like clearly they're just standing in a room recording a music video. And there's nothing like Viking metal about that. It just completely defeats the whole premise of their music to me. So I'm just like, why are we even doing this? So that's why I was like still disappointed. I didn't expect much from them because honestly, I didn't like Jom's Viking, and I know a lot of people liked that one, but I found it
So
really
ba-
boring.
so overall, based on like the music and the video alone, you'd say it was like mediocre. You said
Yeah,
bland,
super
kind of.
super mediocre, verging on bad. I don't hate it, but I wouldn't listen to it again. I kind of just nothing it. It's just like whatever, moving
I
on.
mean, to be
It
fair, like it had all the typical rhythm and the little
yeah,
guitar solos in between,
but
and
none of the energy. Like none of the energy was there. Like I go back and I listen to even tracks on like Deceiver of the Gods and I get like amped up. Like I can drive and listen to even relatively recent Amon Amarth albums and get really pumped. This song did none of that for me.
I mean, Pursuit of Vikings will always be my jam.
Yeah. There's they've got some solid ones. So I was kind of surprised at the hate in the comments just for the band overall, but I still laughed with it. Like I'm not the person
Okay.
either. I also hate when people are like so behind a band that they're not willing to criticize them and not willing to laugh about that, and they get all butthurt when people like shit talk their band. I don't care. Like to me, it's all
There
fun.
was wait, there was hate in the comments, really?
Yeah, I mean, just for Amon Amarth in general, like the basic consensus of the comments was Amon Amarth sucks. Like that was kind of the point I got, and I laughed at it, but I've got an Amon Amarth patch on my vest. It's whatever, you know. Everybody's got different opinions. Somebody may love. So I say that all the time. Like somebody may love Five Finger Death Punch. I can't stand Five Finger Death Punch. They annoy the shit out of me. But that's just
honestly,
my opinion.
Like, I've yet to meet like someone in real life who's a legit fan of that band. So.
Funny story. I would have agreed with you until I think it was like 2 months ago. I went and saw, who did I just see live? Why am I blanking on this? Well, anyways, I went to a show and I was chatting with some people outside, and we were all kind of like talking about each other's like patches and what bands they liked, and Five Finger Death Punch came up, and I was talking about how much I hate them, and this kid was like, he like looked down all sad. It was like, I don't know, man, they're pretty cool. And I felt really bad for him because this is like a younger kid.
It was like a teenager.
Yeah, he was like in high school, and I'm like, hey man, it's cool. Like that's just my opinion. Like it's okay. You can like whatever you want.